that's just horrible. I can't believe the school would do that. Why don't you just sue them? I mean, just file a lawsuit and you can go and get lots of money for it. Is this advice that somebody's given you? I'm Frances Shefter with Shefter Law PA, where we help families have a stress-free IEP experience. And I'm going to tell you why that's not always a great idea. Can you file due process by yourself? File a complaint for mediation by yourself? 100%. But it's litigation. You are actually going to a hearing in which you have to present evidence and convince a judge. It's not just the school did me wrong. The school's not following the IEP. You need to have evidence showing that the school is not doing what it is. And as the parent, you have the burden of proof, unless you're one of the states that has the burden shifting, where you just have to do a prima facie case. But here's the other thing about it. The timeline is fast. You get your complaint filed. There's what's called a 30-day resolution period where you have your mediation or your resolution meeting. And you usually have your pre-hearing conference around the right time. And technically it's 45 days till there's the hearing officer determination. And the hearing officer usually needs 30 days. So that timeline is almost always pushed out by agreement by all of us, because we're not going to get into a courtroom for 5 days within 2 weeks of a pre-hearing. But it's fast and you need to be ready and you need to know what you're doing. So, recently we've had a lot of people calling the firm with, we filed for due process, nothing happened at the resolution or the mediation. Can you help us now? Well, not exactly. We can try to come in and ask for another resolution meeting. We could file a amended complaint, but for us to try to prepare and make sure you have everything you need, that there is a case, it gets a little complicated. So, and also you could bring an advocate, but advocates don't always know the legal process. And I've had lots of people that have come to me that have been fighting the school. They've had an advocate that filed for mediation, or they filed for due process and they lost. And that was like a year of stuff going on. And that's a year of your child's life and education when you only have a short amount of time for the education. So I understand it's expensive. I understand that, and it's hard. It's an investment, but this is an investment in your child. And if you just consult with an attorney to even see if there is a case or what other options there may be, that's the best advice I have for you. Consult with an attorney. Make sure the person giving you advice knows what they're talking about so that you can figure out the best plan of action. I'm Frances Shefter with Shefter Law PA, where we help families have a stress-free IEP experience.